Joining us now from D.C. with his reporting, NBC's Ryan Riley. With me here, Jeremy Peters, reporter for the New York Times and an MSNBC contributor. Ryan, to name and shame, do we know what Ed Martin means by that?
Yeah, it is a major departure from what the Justice Department traditionally does, which is charge cases. There's, longstanding precedent and rules within the Justice Department about not using derogatory information against individuals when they don't feel as though they can actually go into court and prove that that person committed a crime. And that while derogatory information sometimes comes out over the course of an investigation or over the course of a prosecution, it's not something that you're bringing out against people when you're not actually bringing them to court. Here's a clip of what Ed Martin had to say.
There are some really bad actors, some people that did some really bad things to the American people. And if they can be charged, we'll charge them. But if they can't be charged, we will name them. And we will name them. And in a culture that respects shame, they should be people that are shamed. And that's a fact. That's the way things work. And so that's how I believe the job operates.
That's just not traditionally how a job within the Justice Department does operate. But, as head of this weaponization working group, I think he's going to be taking a much different approach. He did say that he's going to be doing a lot of media hits, and that he was told that this is a lot more sort of a front-facing role. And he, is saying that he's going to basically be updating the public very frequently. He's making a lot of appearances on some conservative news organizations since his departure was announced. So I think we can expect more of this in the future. This isn't going to look like your traditional Justice Department investigation where it might end in some sort of lengthy report. I don't think that's probably what we're going to be looking at here from this weaponization group, Chris.
Ryan, thank you for that. So Jeremy, naming and shaming, it goes beyond breaking with traditional DOJ procedures. What we know is people who have been named and shamed in the past have been put in the path of danger.
Right. And death threats, threats to their personal safety are certainly a possibility here.
Their families?
Their families, right. And we've seen that not only apply to defendants in some cases, but also to prosecutors and the judges who hear these cases. Look, Chris, as you know, there's nothing traditional about the way this administration approaches the law. But this is an area, once again, where Trump and his staff seem to be operating within the bounds of the law, but in a way that degrades the norms around the law. And that's really problematic here, because what you're talking about is not somebody in a prosecutorial role, which Ed Martin should be. You're talking about somebody almost in kind of like a heckling role, which, believe it or not, is actually pretty fitting for this administration.
Well, yeah, I mean, he expects to be doing a lot of media hits. Right. Then your colleague Glenn Thrush wrote about Attorney General Pam Bondi essentially being a messenger, right, for the West Wing. Today we have Jeanine Pirro. She is an actual TV host and a very practiced messenger.
Right.
She's named as D.C.'s top prosecutor. What does it tell us about this administration? I'm sensing a pattern.
Loyalty. That's all it is. I mean, really, you have Jeanine Pirro, who, as far as her qualifications go, she has them, right? She was a judge, a district attorney in Westchester. She ran for Senate. She ran for Attorney General against Andrew Cuomo in 2006 and didn't win. Her television career kind of took off after that. But she's been friends with the Trumps and the Trump family for a very long time. If I recall correctly, I believe Don Jr. and the other Trump children used to go swimming in her pool when they were little kids. So Jeanine Pirro has been an ally of Donald Trump's, including giving voice through her platform at Fox News to some of the most false and conspiratorial lies about the 2020 election and how it was supposedly stolen from Trump. So she has earned her place as far as Donald Trump and the loyalists around him would say.
Politically, we heard Democrats call Trump a threat to democracy for years. Obviously, they didn't quite pan out in November, but it will be interesting to see what they do up against what is truly an onslaught of people with profiles of their own. Jeanine Pirro certainly has a profile of her own. Pam Bondi has built a profile and a following of her own, who are going to, by their own admission, be a messenger for this administration.
Right. And as we know, being a messenger in any administration is a pretty important role. In this one, it takes on outsized importance because you have the president of the United States watching television very often, and often watching the channels where these two women, Bondi, who I believe used to, if she wasn't a Fox News contributor, she was certainly on Fox News an awful lot before she was named Trump's nominee
Paid
for
or
AG.
unpaid, she was there a lot.
She was there a lot. And Janine, of course, is paid and has been for quite some time.
Paid well.
Yes.
Paid very well. Jeremy Peters, it's always good to have you on the show. Thank you.